In today's video, I'm going to be comparing Dark versus OP Awakened, so Dark Awakened versus OP Awakened. Before I start, I'd like to quickly mention we're doing giveaways in my Discord server, and also if I reach 1k subs by the end of the month, I will be streaming FNAF, okay? And I have childhood trauma from that game. It's very scary for me. But yeah, if we reach 1k subs, I'll definitely make sure to play it on stream. I'll also be doing some Dark giveaways in my Discord server and some OP giveaways in the giveaways channel. Only thing you have to do is just go into the verified channel at the top of the Discord and send a picture you subscribed, and I'll give you the sub roll and then you can join the giveaway. Now, starting off with Dark Awakening, as you can see here, we're going to go into a Pica raid. We're going to use all my buffs. Now, this is just show you the damage, even if I do it with no buffs, and then with all buffs, it shows you the same result, which one will do more damage. So yeah, let's go into a Pica raid. Okay, so here we are loading into a Pica dungeon. Now, I also want to mention a good point for OP. With OP with the room, because you can use most of the moves outside of the room when you're standing outside, and it'll affect inside the room and a bit outside. I feel like for grinding, OP would be better. Even if it has less AoE, for Udon, you can just stand in a tall part and then spam the OP moves and you won't get hit. Now that only applies if you have low damage, of course. If you've got high damage and a lot of HP, because Udon will absolutely wreck you, you can use Dark. But if you have low damage or low HP, use OP on Udon. So I'm going to turn on all my buffs. So I'm using Gojo Limitless, Garp Hero Mode, Full Body Hack Stage 4, Dual Yoro Hawkeyes, and let's use the Dark moves. Let's see how much damage it does. So the key move does 80 million damage. And now the E move, True Liberation, does 64 million damage. Dark Nebula does 91 million damage. And then Dark World does 188 million damage. Now this is without the Blacksmith. This is base. And I haven't upgraded OP either, so this is just base damage without being updated with the Blacksmith. Okay, so it does a lot of damage. It did about 500 million damage with all the moves. Of course, you can spam these. But obviously Gear 5 is the better choice for Pica because of how much damage it does. But yeah, as you can see, it has a lot of AoE, bigger than anything we've ever seen in the game. But of course, like I said, with OP, you can do it at a range so you don't get hit by Pica, or you can at least heal further away from Pica whilst using OP. So if you've got low HP, that's one reason why you might want to use OP above Dark. So we're going to quickly finish this raid, and then I'm going to switch to OP Awakened. Another thing I want to mention is that Dark does have a mobility move, which is the Dark Flight, which is nice to have. I know that Unawakened OP did have a sort of movement move where you could use Shambles inside, but it's much nicer to have a flight move. And we're almost pretty much finished with this. Just a couple more moves. And I have a video on the best way to get all the buffs for Pica, which is why I'm doing a lot of damage. It does kind of distort your vision with the dark effects. They are quite strong. So your screen will go black a lot of the time. But here you go, and also it lags your game out a lot. Okay, so there we go. That is with Dark V2. Now we're going to try with OP. Okay, so here we are loading into the Pica dungeon with Operation Fruit Awakened. So let me turn on all my buffs. Gojo Limitless, Garp with Hero Mode, Full Body Hacking, Dual Yoro Hawkeyes. Apparently, Operation Fruit actually does more damage if you use sword buffs, but I'm just going to be doing it with the same buffs that I had for Dark Fruit. I also have the King of the Beast title. So yeah, one strat that I used to do was you just place your rune down. So if it will place it down, place the rune down, which does 28 million damage, and then I'm going to go up here. And then I can just spam the moves up here. Now it actually looks like it's doing a lot more damage than Dark compared to the cooldowns. So we just stay up here, we'll spam the moves. Now you can also AFK Pica dungeons this way. You can just stay up here and just make sure you click yes on tiny task. But it looks like it is doing more damage. I'm going to go down. I'm going to use the moves, so Shock While, Puncture While, Okay, it's doing a lot of damage. There's also M1s, of course. They're doing a lot of damage. And you can just spam these. The cutscene is a little bit annoying because it is quite long, but it does do a lot of damage. Let me see how much damage it does. That is around 80 million damage, and then we just keep spamming the moves. And also, of course, you can use other weapons. You don't have to just use OP. You can use Yoru or Garp. Garp does a lot of damage. Shockwell. If you just use the QERF and the M1, you can finish this quite quickly. Just get the damage in. It's doing a lot of damage. So I feel like for Pica, this is the better thing to use because the cooldowns in Dark V2 are quite long. And this is doing a lot of damage, like seriously a lot of damage. And then there you go. I'll have the times in the on screen now of how quick it took to actually defeat them. But I feel like for Pica, Operation is the better thing to use. Cooldowns are a lot slower. It's more spammable, so you can spam all your moves. You can use other moves at the same time. But now we're going to move on to Udon, which is in second C, and I'll show you how good it is to use there. So first we're going to be using Dark. I'm going to put the point of the AoE right here. We can tell how many we hit by the combo, and then also the damage. So I'm going to stand probably here, just in the middle of this slope, because this is kind of the best spot to get them all. Let's use the move. Okay, so 372. Now let's switch to Operation. Okay, and then we're going to place our room roughly in the middle. There we go. And then we're just going to use our moves. See how many we hit. 50. So the AoE is much smaller. As you can see, we're only hitting about 50 of them. Compared to the 300 plus from Dark Fruit. But like I said before, OP has the advantage of I can just stand up here and use the moves. And then I won't get hit by them. Of course, I'm going to get flung because this game has very strange physics. But yeah, we just stand up here. We can spam the moves. You can also, if you don't want to get hit by them, whilst AFKing it at the quest, we go over here. So I'm going to close the room. We're going to go down here. This is to the right of the spawn. I'm going to stand around about here and then hit this wall here. And that's a pretty decent area, as you can see. Okay, so now that you see that we placed the room over there, we can just stand next to the quest giver. And then it won't attack any of them close to us. So if you have low HP, you can actually do the quest whilst hitting them and they won't come running towards you. So yeah, that is the Dark versus Awakening. Dark versus OP Awakened. Personally, I think for starting off, I recommend getting OP. Just because you have the advantage of, you know, just standing up here and killing them. But then once you get a bit more HP and you get a bit more damage, definitely switch to Dark for farming. It has a lot more AoE, a lot more damage. The moves are, they have a longer cooldown, but they do more damage, so it kind of overlaps with that. As OP has short cooldowns, but they might not do as much damage, especially that Dark final move, the ultimate. It looks amazing. It has loads of AoE. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Join the Discord. We will be giving away Dark fruits in the Discord, and I stream it every single day, giving away fruits and items, and also doing dungeons. Hopefully, please subscribe so I can reach 1k subscribers by the end of the week. I will be doing a special FNAF stream and a Q&A if we hit 1k subs. This is double upload day. Hopefully, I'll be getting another video out in a couple of hours. So yeah, that's all. Bye.